On today's Fast Friday, a very confusing situation I ran into using a Fujifilm camera. Hi everyone and welcome to Pal to Tech. So yesterday I published a video on the firmware update, but one of the tests that I did want to run before I made the video was animal subject detection using AFC autofocus mode. And from there I started to set up this camera yesterday morning to repeat the same test as close as possible to a year ago. But I ran into a really strange thing when I went to enable the camera into animal subject detection. When I went back to my screen yesterday morning, have a look at this. The icon wasn't there. However, it was there a year ago. Same camera, same place, same everything. Well, little less hair, but same pretty much everything else. So I went into where you should go in to control the display, into the wrench, screen setup, DISP custom setting to make sure that each checkbox, you see them right here, was correctly enabled so that the proper icon would be displayed on the screen. So I figured, I don't know, was it information background missing? So I checked that. Then I went back to the screen and nope, still missing. I must have spent 45 minutes going back and forth, checking and unchecking and looking at the screen and going back, turning the camera off, turning it back on, performing a complete reset. You know, some Fujifilm YouTubers, they go to Iceland or they go in the trees and feel at one with the film simulation and getting into the art of photography. I sit, put down the camera and I go, why was that icon there before and now it's disappeared? As it turns out, the DISP custom setting that you need to enable in order to make subject detection icon appear is this one right here, Photometry, okay? Photometry. What does Photometry have to do with autofocus? But watch this. If I go Photometry and I check it, have a look at this. You see it? There it is right here. What I think happened and what I think is happening with these cameras, under normal circumstances when you have subject detection turned off, you see the photometry icon right here. So apparently that little slot in the camera, computer, programming, whatever, it's either an icon for photometry or it's an icon to show you your subject detection. The problem, besides this being really confusing, is that I'd like to be able to see both. I'd like to have an icon for photometry if I want, and I'd like to have an icon for what subject I'm choosing for subject detection autofocus. By the way, if you go back into screen setup and you instead choose large indicators and you happen to not have photometry ticked, it still has the photometry icon. However, if you turn on subject detection and you uncheck photometry, you can now see what type of subject detection you have the camera dialed in for. Now, I definitely am not trying to knock Fuji here. Anything that Fujifilm or any camera manufacturer can do to make the menus more intuitive, easier to use, less prone to confusion is a good thing. And I think this can definitely be fixed with a firmware update, no doubt about it. All that would need to be done is add another icon, which would be for subject detection. So now you'd have photometry and subject detection, and keep it consistent, right, between the large icons and the small icons with regard to functionality. And honestly, I didn't bother checking if other Fujifilm cameras have this issue. If you have like lots of free time and no life like I do, be sure to check that out and let me know in the comments. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found the video helpful or at least entertaining. And if you did, be sure to give it the like and subscribe. I'm going to be signing off now. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in a new video next week. Take care.